As you can tell, this is a clip-fed blaster. Already doesn't sound good, but at least they compensated by having bugs. Okay, so let's go deeper and find out if the X-Shot Flying Bug Attack Swarm Seeker is legit or shit. What's going on, everyone? My name is legitbread. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Consider subscribing because we got a lot of cool blaster related videos coming out very soon. In the meantime, I just want to say thank you to X-Shot for providing the samples. We got the X-Shot Swarm Seeker from their new Flying Bug Attack series, which features blasters with aesthetics that are kind of like bug related or insect killing. I did a terrible job of explaining that, but you get the gist of it. Inside the package you get 2 Swarm Seeker blasters, 24 foam darts, 2 10 dart capacity clips, instructions, a motorized launcher, and 3 flying bugs. Let's go over build quality and design. There's a lot of green, orange, and brown to it, and that really complements the bug hunting aesthetic to it. And I don't mind the color scheme. It has some blue slime up here to really show that you're hunting some bugs and blowing up their guts and stuff like that. Kind of tacky. I really wish they put a tactical rail here instead of this, because honestly, why not? Like, X-Shot is really lagging behind Nerf in that sense. They're not really implementing that cross compatibility, because imagine if you had a rail right here and then you could attach some attachments from the regenerator onto this blaster. That would be a lot cooler in my opinion. We got some iron sights on the top of the blaster. There is no priming indicator on the back like a lot of Nerf blasters have. It's not necessary, but it would be something nice to have. It's a very comfortable blaster to wield. I have zero complaints about the handle size, the trigger, or the trigger well. Everything feels pretty nice. Same with the priming slide at the top, no issues there. And the build quality of this is very solid. It actually feels like it's better quality plastic compared to some other X-Shot blasters from the regular XL series. To use this blaster, you first want to load up the clip that's included. This can hold up to 10 darts. It's compatible with X-Shot darts, Nerf darts, and other major brands. And once you got that, you can load it in either the left or the right side of the Swarm Seeker. You want to line up the ridges right here with the slot that's inside the blaster. Inserting it on the left side is probably easier since the clip advances from left to right. And once it's locked in, you just want to pull back the slide, and then you can fire it. The last time we saw a clip system blaster was the Regenerator, which is the only other clip-fed blaster within the X-Shot line, and I would have to say they did make some improvements with this mechanism. With the Swarm Seeker, there's a tiny distinct noise it makes when the clip properly locks into the blaster in the first spot. So let's see if we can hear it. There. It's very subtle. It's very hard to tell if you're putting in the clip really quickly or if you're running around. It is kind of an audio signal, but still it's not the best. And unlike the Regenerator, the clip is much more difficult to shake out, so if you're running around in a Nerf war or bumping this into things, the chances of this falling out are less likely. And when you prime the blaster, it actually locks the clip into place, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. These are the exact same clips that the Regenerator uses and comes with, so cross compatibility is nice. With this clip system, it's quite easy to load on the go since the clip is always exposed. I do find it kind of fascinating seeing the clip advancing from left to right. It's just kind of visually pleasing. The ratcheting noise is kind of fun. And really the last pro I can think of when it comes to clip-fed blasters is you can carry a lot of clips on you, but unfortunately you may not have that advantage since X-Shot does not sell these separately. Okay, so I tried to be as positive as possible when it comes to this clip-fed blasters, but let's be honest, there's going to be some negative aspects of it. So really my biggest issue with this blaster is the fact that it's so finicky when it comes to lining up the darts properly. In this example, we have a fresh clip and I want to fire the very first dart. And it's not as easy as just popping it in the blaster, right? You actually have to take the time to make sure it's lined up properly. Otherwise, if it's not, the blaster might just dry fire or it might fire another dart along the line. So you might be wondering what's the big deal, and honestly it might not be if you're just using this for fun, but let's say you're in a more competitive state where you're having a Nerf war with someone. Those extra seconds spent just trying to figure out the clip system in here is seconds wasted. And the other big issue is clip-fed blasters are bulky. Now you got all this extra space around here that you have to be aware of, because if you're rounding a corner or running around, you don't want to smash this thing right in a wall, dent the wall, and then get your parents really mad, because that's not fun. I finished ranting about the clips, so let's move the conversation over to the flying bug launcher. The set comes with 3 of the flying bugs and the flying bug launcher. This is a motorized toy, so you do have to load it up with batteries. I forgot how many batteries it requires, so I'll leave that on the screen. You simply put a bug on here, and you could either press on this with your hand, but if you're standing up, you're going to be using your foot, and you just hold this down and let go, and it will launch the bugs into the air, and you can use them as targets. What the hell? I did not do that. Okay, so while filming, whole picture just came right off the wall, and oh god, this looks very broken. I'm never gonna get one of these. Yes! Finally! I grazed it, but that counts, alright? Yes! Got that one as well. Not good for indoor play, kids. I think I got that one. Okay, retry. Yes. As you saw, depending on how long you had your foot on the pedal, the bugs could either be launched really high in the sky or really far and high. I just really wish they included something where you can control the angle. That might be asking a lot considering the price tag of this thing. I'm not saying you can't use this indoors at all, but if you have low ceilings or cramped hallways or spaces, you won't be able to use this to its fullest potential. It's nice to have a more unpredictable and dynamic target to shoot at. It's definitely a lot more skill-based and frustrating compared to shooting at a regular target. It's a fun concept, but it doesn't really get me excited because where it really loses me is the setup. Let's say you buy the set. It comes with 3 flying bugs. The single set comes with 2 flying bugs, so I'm not sure why they didn't include 4 in this one. It takes a few seconds to put the bug on the launcher, then it takes a few more seconds to put your foot on the pedal and release it, and after that you only get mere seconds of fun before the flying bug comes crashing down. After you're done with all the bugs, you have to walk and go pick them up, and that's very time consuming. It's equivalent to having a Nerf gun with only 3 darts, and after you fire the 3, you have to go and pick them up every time. If you do want more flying bugs, luckily they do sell them separately. I have 5 in total from X-Shop, but honestly, as a consumer, I'm not planning on buying any more. This whole flying bug gimmick just doesn't really appeal to me. In my personal opinion, I just think it's too much setup for what it's worth. Shout out to these guys for participating in the last couple of Food for Thoughts. Answer this video's Food for Thought and you might get a shout out in the next video. Let's talk about performance and ranges out of the X-Shot Swarm Seeker, and spoiler alert, this thing is pretty damn impressive. Just as a side note, like other X-Shot blasters, this doesn't have any slam fire or rapid fire mode capabilities. From my testing, firing flat at shoulder height, darts were easily clearing 35+ foot ranges, and it wasn't too uncommon for the occasional dart to even hit 50 feet. From what I could tell, this blaster is definitely more powerful than your average Nerf gun. It may not be the most accurate representation, but shooting darts through the Nerf chrono barrel resulted in some amazing readings. Clean shots through the chrono barrel were mostly giving me FPS readings in the 80s or 90s, which is a lot higher than the average Nerf Elite 70 FPS. Whichever way you look at it, there's no denying that the Springer blaster packs a punch. Is the X-Shot Swarm Seeker legit? Yes, it is. If you don't mind the clip system and you dig the flying bugs, then yes, you're going to have a lot of fun with this thing. The single set will run you $25, which is honestly a little pricey for X-Shot, but if you just spend an extra $5, you can practically double everything within the pack. And $30 for the double pack, I still wouldn't say that's X-Shot's best set for your buck, but still, it's a promising entry-level set that you could get for you and a friend. On the scale of legitness, I gotta give the Swarm Seeker a fair rating. More specifically, I label it as the giant gummy bear. It's something you get purely for fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. For more spicy blaster reviews, you can click the videos on the screen or the card in the top right corner. If you want to buy the latest and greatest Nerf gear, you can check out my links in the description. Subscribe and I'll try not to disappoint you. Once again, thanks for watching and I'll see you all in the next one.